Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we are Backyard Musings. We're broadcasting live from Apple Valley, California, and we're the Science and Technology channel. We are not subject matter experts, but we bring the articles from scientific journals. Those people are the subject matter experts. So there we are. Scott's got an update about Tonopah.
Yeah, so when I was coming home today, this evening or this afternoon from Utah, I drove by that solar plant, the solar generating plant just south of Prim, Ivanpah they call it, but it's actually
Ivanpah, yeah.
it's actually quite a ways from Ivanpah. I'm familiar with that. My father and grandfather, or my grandfather ran a mine there, and my father lived there when he was a kid in the mining camp with his dad. That was in Ivanpah, but that's, again, if you're familiar with that area, it's all the way across the valley to the southeast, kind of over east and south of Nipton, which is quite a ways from this plant. But anyway, they call it what they want to call it. But one of the units, there's 3 units there. One of the units was actually shut down. So we were just talking about it. I don't know if it was shut down because of maintenance, or if it was shut down because they're in the process of shutting the whole thing down. So interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. All right, so a novel nuclear reactor currently under construction at the Abilene Christian University, ACU, in Texas, will help generate carbon-free energy while also desalinating water, solving 2 problems at once, a press release said. The nuclear reactor is being built by Natura Resources, a company specializing in developing small modular reactors. With the world looking for new ways to power its economy, nuclear power is poised for a comeback. Wind and solar power work great at their peak, but face intermittency issues, as it witnessed by Ivanpah, leading to no power supply when demand is the highest. Each module of an SMR can produce up to 300 megawatt equivalent of energy and has advanced safety features. Would you like to know more?
Yeah, so I think this is a great thing. We've talked about nuclear power before. We're all about that, right?
Yeah.
All sources of power, but nuclear power has been used, and we haven't. I don't think there's been a disaster or an issue with that for a long, long time. I think the last one was in Japan, right?
Yeah.
They had that earthquake and a tsunami.
Yep.
But I mean, as many plants as there are, and as often as they're used, I'd say it's pretty safe. So, founded in 2020, Abilene, Texas-based Natura Resources has quickly become a governmentally recognized advanced nuclear reactor developer. In 2023, the company built the Science and Engineering Research Center at ACU, the first advanced reactor research facility outside a national lab in the U.S. The company uses liquid-fueled molten salt reactor technology, allowing molten salts to act as fuel and a coolant. Interesting. According to its website, a mixture of lithium fluoride and beryllium fluoride salts, or thorium fluoride salts. Do you want me to say the
No.
chemical?
No.
No, okay. Can be used, which allows the reactor to operate at temperatures higher than solid fuel reactors.
So if you recall, last year we did a report on a Chinese molten salt reactor in Africa. And so it's pretty cool to see that we're coming online with that kind of technology too.
Absolutely.
Since the fuel also works as a coolant, it is removed continuously from the reactor for fissile material to be replaced. This process also makes MSR reactors meltdown safe. A primary heat removal system in the reactor design also ensures that heat generated during the fission process is removed through a cooling loop. Here it can be repurposed for other applications. In the case of Natura's upcoming reactor in Texas, it would be used to desalinate water.
That is really cool. And the fact that you mentioned that meltdown safe, because that's kind of that's the big scare thing of all these nuclear plants, right? When the reactor melts down, it causes issues with radioactivity, right? I mean, that's what
Yeah,
happened in Chernobyl in Georgia, I think it was in, right? Was that Georgia?
yeah. And
Yeah,
3 Mile Island.
USR.
No, Chernobyl was in Ukraine.
Oh, it was
Um,
Ukraine. Okay.
yeah, but 3 Mile
3 Mile Island,
Island. Yeah.
right? And that was in what? That's in Pennsylvania.
No, I think it was. Oh, maybe Pennsylvania. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but that same type of a deal. So, all right. As the most populous state in South Central U.S., Texas has a growing demand for clean air, or excuse me, clean water and clean energy. While oil and gas wells produce water as a byproduct during extraction, they do not serve any direct purpose. Purification by spending energy from fossil fuels is more polluting, but SMRs now offer a scalable solution that can help desalinate water, which is obviously I would think that any state along an ocean that borders an ocean should be all about this.
Yeah.
Natura Resources conducted a feasibility study at the Texas Produced Water Consortium based at Texas Tech University, with the MSR operating at 1112 Fahrenheit degrees Fahrenheit. For you Celsius folks, that's 600 degrees Celsius. Up to 250 megawatts of clean energy is generated, which can be used for desalination.
That's great. Here's a quote. There are great opportunities for beneficial uses of treated produced water in Texas, such as rainlange restoration, crop irrigation, and stream flow augmentation, among others, especially in the Permian Basin, said Doug Robinson, founder and president of Natura to Midland Reporter Telegram. Thermal desalination processes need high reliability clean power, and the Gen 4 molten salt reactor MSR technology is a prime example, end quote. The reactor is currently under construction and is expected to be online by 2026 or 2027, maybe last quarter or first quarter. Once the demonstrator is completed, the team will begin work on integrating systems to start desalinating water.
Yeah. So what if we had what if they had one of these in the coast of California near Pacific Palisades or Malibu when those fires hit or before the fires hit, and they could have used that water to refill that reservoir that was right behind the Palisades that was practically empty, and the helicopters and fixed wing aircraft couldn't draw water from that. They had to go elsewhere.
Yeah, well, there's a risk if you use salt water, then you salt the earth that you're trying to put the fire out and nothing grows. So you make a great point. Put those reactors over there so they can desalinate the salt water.
And produce some power too, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So this is a win-win. So
yeah, I really like it.
Very cool.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us, and we'll get back to you this afternoon with another very, very exciting segment.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.